Hey everyone, here I am again. This time I've got a second prototype printed for my modern take on G1 Scamper to go with my 40-inch Metroplex 6-gun and slammer. This time around, unlike my first prototype, everything here is pretty solid. Tabs together quite well. Especially considering, like the first one, I rushed to put this together. I mean, I could have cleaned up the plastic a little bit better. This door's not fully tabbed in, but that's because I rushed and I didn't clean up the plastic as good as I could have. So let's take a look here at the profile, give you guys an idea how he looks, how he turned out. So there's our top, there's our back, we've got our tailpipe there, and again, this could be a lot better if I had spent more time cleaning up the plastic, but still it's good enough for me. Side profile, wheels all spin. Front, got some little headlights painted in silver. We got the underside, it's quite clean. You got his head peeking out, saying hello. That goes normally supposed to be like that. I could have put a thicker pin in there to make that tighter. Anyways, that's the bottom. And I did snap this panel off, so I had to glue it back on when I was cleaning everything up, cleaning up the plastic. So we'll see how that goes, transformation. So we'll set him here. That's how he looks, both sides. Here are his guns. There will be two sets of model files with him. One with arm panels and leg panels whole, and a second set where they're split like the guns here to make it easier printing. The guns, they'll tab in the ports on the roof of the car like that. Give you guys an idea. And they're designed to look like the G1 guns that turned into his arms, only these are guns. They don't turn into his hands. There's no parts forming on him. Take these out, and we'll proceed to transform them. Now, before I do that though, this version versus the last, the first prototype, I did change the profile. I gave the car some more lines and different shapes. I added the side view mirrors. Instead of a straight up profile, I slanted from the doors up, and I gave the front end a better profile, at least in my opinion. So anyways, let's go ahead. Oops. Hit the camera and transform this guy. So what we'll do here is we'll loosen up the arms just like that, and then we'll separate the legs, and they're tabbed in here. They're tabbed into the arms here, and they're tabbed into the back of the crotch on the other side here. So they're going to take a little bit of work, but once you get them untabbed, flip out. There we go. There's a tab right there, and it tabs into a slot on each leg. So you're going to take your leg out, and you're going to, as you turn it, you're going to come to a point where you can't turn it anymore, because you're going to slide the knee on the slider right here, and then you can bring your knee all the way out. Same with this side. Bring it over the slider, turn all the way out like that. And then we've got these little heel spurs here that can pull out like that, and he does have ankle tiltage. These just slide out. They give him more support like that. Then we take these arms, we can bring them down like that. We can open up his hands, pop the engine bonnets, tabbed, tab slot, and then we slide these out like this. The side's a little stiff, and there's some slots here that will go, these tabs here that will go in these slots right here. So you're gonna have to, before we do that, open this up like that, pull that head out, and then we can proceed to get these lined up And it's easy to do off camera. Again, this side that I glued on broke off on me again. That's fine. There, that side's in. And then the front grill will tab into his waist. This side isn't coming out. There we go. So that's how that looks there. His arms can come down. And underneath his head there's a slot, and it will tab into a tab right there. Like that. And then the back goes back into place. And then we take the top of the car, rotate it around, and there's a little slot that goes into. And then there we have Scamper. G1 Scamper, but modernized. You know, disregard my rough paint job on his head. Again, the more time you spend on this, the better it can be. So I'm going to go over articulation now. We've got waist rotation here. I don't have any thigh cut for thigh rotation. There's just a little bit at the ball joint, not much. Leg can go to the side about that far, out about that far to the front. Not much to the back unless you pull it out to the side. Knee can go, when it's slid into its proper position, about 90. And you have some ankle tilt. Then his arms are on a ball joint in 2 spots at the top. So I can get up like that. He's got an elbow that goes full 90, but it breaks the scope there. And his arm can spin all the way around. His back does get in the way, and I'm untabbing stuff here. But his arm can go all the way around. That should tab in there. You clip back down there. There we go. And his head can do, it's just on a, it can rotate, but the side gets in the way here. So he has some articulation, a lot more than the G1, but there's a side view. There's the back view. Again, his legs are hollow. The other side view, no, not much of a backpack. And his guns, you can plug them into his back, or they plug right into his hands. Like that. And he can stand him up here. Let's get that ankle tilt going. There we go. Fire off his guns. Also, both of his guns have 5mm ports in the ends of them, on both ends, so you can plug in blast effects if you'd like. So that's my finished final product for Scamper. Again, he will be available to purchase both with Metroplex as the set with the other 2 companion bots on Cgtrader once I have everything up there. And he will also be available for purchase separately on his own if you just want him by himself. So again, thanks for watching, everybody, and stay tuned. In the coming weeks, I'm going to be doing my transformation video on Metroplex there, and then I'll be posting the links where the model files can be purchased. Have a good one.